Alright, well, today we're going to do an interesting video, probably, that is not a very known one. Video is called The People I Hate. Now, I hate a lot of people in this world. Some people I just hate more than others. These are the people I want to talk about that I fucking hate. And I fucking hate them because I hate the fucking way they fucking are. And there's nothing wrong with that. You should be allowed to just fucking hate someone if you don't like someone. If you don't like someone, you shouldn't have to like them. You should be able to hate them. Not because of their ethnicity or culture or certain characteristics about them like that. Everybody should be allowed to be free of hate, but you should be allowed to hate someone just because they fucking suck as a fucking human being. You should be able to. It should be perfectly fucking loud. You should be able to fucking hate these people because they fucking suck. You should be allowed to fucking think that someone is a fucking piece of shit. Because if they suck, and they contribute nothing to fucking society. Well, I mean, that should be allowed. So let's have a look at some fucking people that I just personally hate. Not for any reason other than they fucking suck. And they should be allowed to fucking be the way they are. See, freedom comes at a different cost. You're free to hate people and you're free to be a shitty human being. You should be allowed to do that. You should be free to be a shitty human being. Because you know what? Like, people are. People will just fucking like walk right over a homeless person and step on them. Some people are that fucking evil in this world. So see, you should be able to hate those kinds of people. It should be allowed. And it's weird that it's not. Well, I mean, you're allowed to hate someone, but you're not allowed to hate a certain group. See, as an individual, not as a group. You can hate someone because of the way they are, not because of their ideologies and beliefs. People are just fucking evil sometimes. And that's a reality of life that we all have to deal with. Some people are just fucking evil. And that's just the way they are. And, you know, because they're a celebrity and they have money doesn't necessarily make them terrible, but the way they conduct themselves when they do, that makes them a fucking horrible human being. And that's what constitutes what makes humans so fucking horrible, is because they're greedy. The greedy creatures that will fight at nothing to get what they want for themselves. It's true. You can hate me and disagree with me, but it's fucking true. People are greedy. They only want what's best for themselves, and they'll make themselves look good. And that will benefit them only. That's true. Think about it. Use your brains. Use your fucking heads. Use your fucking heads. We're manipulated creatures by these fucking evil people that control us. Their little rules, their little doctrines, their little notes and letters, they fucking control us all with that shit. And and we just let it happen. Well, we have to. I mean, you have to. What can you do? You have to just be a good little citizen and sit and fucking do what you're told. Do what you're told, citizen. Do what you're fucking told. Do what you're fucking told. Fall in line, soldier. Fall in line. You're nothing but a fucking little tiny speck of nothing in the middle of a gigantic universe that is bigger than your brain could ever possibly process. And here you are taking pictures of your fucking ass on TikTok. The center of the universe. And that's truth. The universe is huge, so big. It doesn't even really matter to even explain it. You can have all these scientists have all these dots and lines and fucking all their mathematical precisions, and then one day it just clicked. Or nothing. And that's why these people, I should be allowed to say, fuck you too. Okay, well now we're going to talk about some of the people I do hate, and I think it goes without saying that the Kardashians are fucking horrible, and I do hate them all. Not because of them as a person, but just because they stand for what is actually late stage capitalism, is where vanity and self-indulgence and self-worth is overruled by the suffering of others, and the Kardashians are just fucking horrible. I hate them all. Except for Kanye West. I actually like Kanye West a lot. He struggles mentally, and he must have to be struggling being with all those crazy bitches all the time. But Kanye West is quite smart, and he knows his shit, even though he can be somewhat of a dumbass sometimes. But he's a pop icon cultural thing that he's quite in it with himself. So I don't hate Kanye West. I do hate Piers Morgan. He's a horrible British or UK TV host or something, and he's just a dickhead, and I hate him. And fuck you, Piers Morgan. You're a dickhead, and you'll be known forever as an asshole that everybody hates. So I mean, that's pretty much revenge in its own aspect, that he'll go down in history as a hated person. Howard Stern is an asshole. He's some washed up fucking rock star who's rich and has nothing better to do than sit around and jerk himself around to the fact that he's better than other people, and he's some rock god, and he's just an idiot, and he's kind of embarrassing to the human species just the way he is. So I've always hated him. I've never really paid attention to any of the shit he does, but he's just an asshole. Simon Cowell's a dink. He's just famous for no reason, and nobody really knows or cares why he's ever got there. He's probably lucky. He probably was already connected to rich groups and circles in the media, and yeah, he's a horrible person, and I fucking hate him, and he's just kind of terrible. And the fact that we even pay attention to Simon Cowell is really goes to say a lot about our species. The next people are a whole group of kind of these drug rappers who tattoo their face, and they just it's just so obnoxious. It's so stupid. Like, like it devolves the human condition down to a lower point. Humanity is less because we made this fumbly, druggy kind of rapping, and it should be like a kind of a craft that they master, but they just go Xanax, and it sounds so fucking stupid. And the fact they ever became something is an embarrassment to humanity as well. I mean, a human race is less because of this culture that we created. Megan Fox is another horrible person I really hate. She's just the image of beauty and vanity, and she's become like kind of sucked of life as some kind of horrible gargoyle of a human being who's just had so much like fame, self-proclaimed fame for herself that's kind of sucked the life out of her, and she's got this weird new boyfriend, and they have this weird new way, and she's just generally a pretty horrible human being, and you can see it, and she's kind of like dilapidating and kind of wasting away because all she does is put fucking tons of makeup on and probably just obsess over herself because she's just self-obsessed human being and she's the image of that. So I hate Megan Fox. I hate every dictator that's caused incredible amounts of suffering to humanity, and there's been many of them, too many to list, and there are still some alive today, and it's never really going to go away because they're evil, evil, evil people who will become powerful because money and currency in humanity allows this kind of behavior for dominance, and it's terrible. I hate every TikTok star, and you know the type. Everybody knows the type. Their Instagram, all they do is take pictures of their ass and their privileged little life, Western life, and everything is beautiful for them, and everything is a new experience that they have that you don't, and they travel all over the world and they rub it in your face, and they're just generally horrible human beings. And you know, when war and death comes to this planet, these are the people who are really going to feel it most, not the people who've been downtrodden all their life. That these people who have everything are going to be the ones to suffer. I'm sick of talking about these terrible people. Let's talk about some awesome people. Fuck yeah. Shia LaBeouf, he's amazing. He's a sick human being. He's super awesome. He's super creative. And I love all his work. He's a great, great actor. Hideo Kojima and Keanu Reeves, excellent human beings. I mean, they're creative. They're awesome. They're just cool people. You know, everything they do is creative. You know, they don't obsess. They're probably both super rich. They don't obsess over money. They just love life, and they're both amazing people. We got Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro and Tobey Maguire, all amazing actors. Great, great, great performances. Everything they do is fantastic. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard things going on. Bitch Amber Heard actually thought she could steal Johnny Depp's fame, and that was never going to happen because people love Johnny Depp. He's the fucking man. I fucking love him. And my boy Jon Stewart, he's amazing. He's the man. I love Jon Stewart. He's a great comedian. He's a smart politician. I would call him a politician. Maybe he's not formally recognized, but he knows the world. He knows it all. He's a man. The French president, Emmanuel Macron, he's a great, great leader, and he's now in the midst of the fight of his life. World War III on the doorstep. You know, he's a good guy. We got Al Pacino. I mean, Al Pacino is just fucking awesome. Such a wicked, wicked, wicked actor. This guy's awesome. He's a up and coming senator, Gary Chambers, and he smoked the blunt and just is like representative of, you know, it was good culture in America. You know, being your own boss and following your own destiny. You know, fucking awesome, dude. That was wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. And look what we got. The man, the myth, the absolute legend. He is the king, the greatest human being who ever lived, Steve Irwin. Passionate about wildlife, passionate about nature. He makes all these terrible people in the world seem so much less terrible because he's amazing. I love you, Steve Irwin. Rest in peace, my brother. Goodbye.